Should we start adding tiny amounts of cocaine into Coca-Cola again? Why or why not? Let's bring back lithium in 7-Up instead. I'm not complaining. So it worked. Yes, but only randomly in every 1000th bottle. Like the adult version of the Happy Meal from McDonald's. Or the Lucky Strike myth. What's the Lucky Strike myth? Back before the internet, people would believe pretty much anything, including that it was called Lucky Strike because every so often you'd get one that had marijuana in it. After the internet, it's even easier for people to believe what they want. No, it would either make my Coke go flat or give my rum an off taste. You gotta admit, Coke just tastes off without rum or least some vodka. No, we should add large amounts of cocaine to Coca-Cola. No, Coca-Cola should just start handing out bottles of straight-up cocaine instead of soda /pop whatever the freak you want to call it. Yes, and put lithium back in 7-Up while we're at it. Me when I drink 7-Up with lithium. I'm so happy, cause today I found my friends. They're in my head. The answer is no. Prolonged cocaine use actually begins to alter hormone levels in your brain. It's even more freaked up and potent when mixed with booze. Look up what cocaine is. Cocaine is absolutely the devil's drug. Most people who abuse it hardcore end up having severe heart problems later in life. It's why Maradona died so young. I used to be a real cokehead. A gram or two every weekend with the boys. The worst part was the sinus cold for days afterwards. Congestion, non-stop sneezing fits. Feeling hungover for 2 days. Depressed and suicidal feeling for 3. Plus when everyone runs out at 7 AM, you feel rotten inside. Eventually you do it so much, that every time you have a few drinks or get drunk, you get an overwhelming burning desire to call your guy. Pretty soon getting drunk with the boys isn't just that anymore. You end up doing dinners, too. You tell yourself maybe once a month, then it's every weekend. You used to just do it when you partied or had chicks around who'd do it with you while you freaked around. Then it becomes you and your friends finding for the next line at 4 AM, sitting around your living room listening to tunes. It's not even a party anymore. When you clean yourself up, you wonder if you'll ever be able to have a few beers again without feeling like you need to get coked up. It sucks. I'm glad I quit that shit. I never drank while doing coke, because for some reason, when I started during high school, it was easier to find coke than alcohol. I'm really grateful for that, because it means I can still drink if I want to without the insane desire for coke. I spent 2 years using coke as often as I could, and it nearly ruined me as a person. Day in and day out, waking up to a fresh bump, going to sleep feeling like a bag of ass, waking up and ripping a line just to feel normal. The worst time of my life. The last time I used it was bittersweet, because I vowed it would be my last. After that, I missed it, but I knew I was doing the right thing. The next couple of weeks was awful. My nose was recovering, but still craving it. My body hurt, and my mental state was ridiculous. The cravings were the worst part. I had hunger for the coke. My brain wouldn't let me stop thinking about it for longer than I care to admit. I was a fiend. I almost broke down and had some after a week. I had it right in front of me. It was so easy to just take a rip of magical moon powder off of that dirty sink in the school bathroom, but I somehow managed to not do it. I went into a stall and cried. Why the freak did I do that to myself? Why did I put myself in that situation? I freaking hated myself, and it was so hard to get over what I had put myself through. I will never go back that route again, even though it calls out to me from time to time. I don't know where to get it anymore, and I'm really grateful for that. I hope I never see that freaking bullshit again. I've come way too far to freak around on myself like that again. No, because the people who drink the most of it are the most unhealthy and their hearts couldn't handle it. Alternatively, it may help people lose weight. Though I can see where many would find this to be a party poop comment, I will say however, you aren't wrong though. Heart attacks are a statistically leading cause of death in America for other obvious reasons for sure. Pro tip for losing weight: die. Your body will decompose and thus lose weight. God no. Most people can't be responsible with beer. Plus I don't want to deal with a bunch of geeked out kids roaming the streets like wild dogs, hunting for soda, and telling long pointless stories that go nowhere. Not even going to mention the massive health issues from that. Let's get a few things straight. Coca-Cola has never contained cocaine. Ever. It did contain coca leaves during the first 20 years or so of production, but that is not the same as cocaine. Cocaine is the hydrolyzed product of coca leaves. Cocaine, and the active substances of coca leaves, does not react well to acidic environments. In fact, it requires a basic environment for the body to properly absorb it. Since both Coca-Cola and the stomach are highly acidic, the effects of cocaine in a drink would most likely have been very mild if at all detectable unless vast quantities were consumed. Taking cocaine orally generally numbs your tongue and gums. You might have felt that and perhaps a slight constriction of blood vessels in the mouth, but I doubt any other effects would be detectable from consumption of Coca-Cola. This isn't really history beyond the "it didn't contain cocaine" part. You might want to go over to r/Ask Science for a more detailed description of the chemical processes of cocaine in an acidic environment and how consumption of hydrolyzed coca leaves in an acidic solution would affect the imbiber. Fun fact: Coca-Cola is the only legal importer of coca leaves as they are still used in Coca-Cola today. They extract all active cocaine ingredients and sell it for medical use back to the government. Say yes to be funny.